I want to ask you something. What would your life look like if you truly believed you could do the things God placed in your heart? Not what people said, not what your past said, not what your bank account says. What if you actually believed? Because the biggest prison isn't poverty, it isn't rejection, it isn't failure. The biggest prison is unbelief. The moment you stop believing, your dreams start dying before they ever have a chance to live. And that's why today, I need to remind somebody of something. You were not created to crawl through life. You were created to rise. You were created to grow. You were created to overcome. You were created to fly. And maybe right now you're tired. Maybe you've been praying and waiting. Maybe you've been working hard and seeing little results. Maybe you've been rejected more times than you can count. But hear me clearly. Just because you're still on the runway doesn't mean God forgot about your flight. Everything starts with belief. Before a building is built, someone believes it can be built. Before a business exists, someone believes it can succeed. Before a dream becomes reality, someone believes it is possible. Belief is where everything begins. The problem is life has a way of attacking our belief. People laugh at us, doors close, plans fall apart. We experience heartbreak, we experience setback. And after enough disappointment, we start questioning ourselves. We start asking, can I really do this? Am I good enough? Am I wasting my time? Maybe this dream isn't meant for me. But here's what I've learned. Most people don't fail because they lack talent. Most people fail because they stop believing before the breakthrough arrives. They quit too soon. They surrender too early. They walk away when victory was closer than they realized. I know what it feels like to keep going when results aren't showing up. I know what it feels like to work hard, wondering if anybody notices. I know what it feels like to build something one small step at a time. Content creation taught me that. Life taught me that. You put out videos, you stay consistent, you keep showing up. And some days it feels like nobody's watching. Nobody is liking. Nobody is sharing. Nobody is supporting. But then I realized something. God never called me to count views. God called me to be faithful. The results belong to Him. The work belongs to me. And once I noticed that, everything changed because my confidence stopped depending on people's opinions. My confidence started depending on God's promises. Somebody watching this needs to hear this. You are not alone. I don't care what you're facing. I don't care how lonely this season feels. I don't care how many people walked away. God is still with you. When nobody understands you, God understands. When nobody encourages you, God encourages you. When nobody sees your tears, God sees every single one. When nobody believes in you, God still does. The Bible says He will never leave you or forsake you. Think about that. The Creator of the universe is walking beside you, not behind you, not far away, beside you. Every challenge, every setback, every obstacle, every battle. God is right there. You're not fighting alone. You're not building alone. You're not healing alone. You're not dreaming alone. God is with you. Fear has destroyed more dreams than failure ever could. Fear says, what if I fail? Faith says, what if I succeed? Fear says, what would people think? Faith says, what does God think? Fear says, you're not ready. Faith says, start anyway. The truth is, nobody feels fully ready. Nobody. The people you admire were scared too. The successful people were scared too. The difference is they moved anyway. They trusted God anyway. They believed anyway. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is moving forward despite fear. An eagle doesn't spend its life acting like a chicken. It was created to soar. Many people live their lives living beneath what God called them to become, not because they can't rise, but because they don't believe they can. The eagle flies above storms. Think about that. While other birds hide from storms, eagles use the storm to climb higher. Maybe the storm you're facing isn't there to destroy you. Maybe it's there to elevate you. Maybe the struggle is building strength. Maybe the delay is building character. Maybe the setback is preparing you for something bigger. Most people spend so much time imagining failure. But what if you actually win? What if the dream works? What if the business succeeds? What if the channel grows? What if the healing comes? What if the opportunity arrives? What if God's promise is closer than you think? What if the thing that you've been praying for is already on its way? Imagine living from that perspective. Imagine waking up expecting good things. Imagine believing that God is working behind the scenes. Because He is, even when you can't see it. Sometimes God allows us to go through seasons that feel uncomfortable, not because He's punishing us, but because He's preparing us. Wings grow through resistance. Strength grows through resistance. Character grows through resistance. Faith grows through resistance. The very thing you're complaining about may be the thing God is using to prepare your next level. Your wings are growing. Don't quit now. When I say I believe I can fly, I'm not talking about being perfect. I'm talking about believing God can take me further than I could take myself. I'm talking about believing my past doesn't define my future. I'm talking about believing mistakes doesn't cancel my purpose. I'm talking about believing God's plans are greater than my fears. I'm talking about believing no matter how many times life knocks me down, I can get back up again because God isn't finished with me and He's not finished with you either. So today, I want you to stop looking at what's against you. Stop looking at who left. Stop looking at the closed doors. Stop looking at the delays. Start looking at the God who carried you this far because He brought you through every battle you've already survived. He could bring you through this one too. The dream isn't dead. Your purpose isn't over. Your story isn't finished. The runway may feel long. The wait may feel exhausting. But your season is coming. Keep believing, keep praying, keep showing up, keep moving forward. And every time doubt tries to keep in, remind yourself, I am not alone. God is with me. I am stronger than I think. I am capable of more than I realize. I was created for purpose. I was created for greatness. And with God's help, I believe I can fly.